The scriptures talk about a woman's hair being her glory. We want to do everything to make our hair beautiful. By using relaxers, there was a way for my hair to be beautiful.
Zena Young is among the millions of Black women who turn to chemical relaxers to straighten their hair.
Can you talk to me about your hair care experience growing up?
I always had really coarse hair. First, they would use straightening combs and such to do our hair, and then after that, we started getting perms.
Do you remember how old you were when you first started getting relaxed and learned how to do it yourself?
I knew I had used relaxers for a long time, a really long time, from the age of 11 up until my mid to late 40s.
There are several lawsuits around the country because of the use of relaxers.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You've decided to also file a lawsuit.
I had gone through an experience with cancer. I had to take off work. I missed time with my family, the bleeding for months on end, and I mean just the toll that it took on my body as well.
11 Alive News uncovered thousands of lawsuits filed nationwide against the makers of chemical relaxers, alleging that the products cause people to get cancer, and the companies knew or should have known the risk. Hundreds were filed in DeKalb, Chatham, and Gwinnett counties, where 3 of the companies are based. Some are included in a federal class action lawsuit in Chicago.
So what we know so far is that there are these endocrine disruptor type of chemicals.
Madeline Sutton is a board-certified OBGYN in Atlanta.
And they tend to be phthalates and parabens. They can disrupt your hormones. If you are disrupting at the cellular level, you can cause or at least be associated with different GYN cancers.
A Boston University study published in 2023 found postmenopausal women who reported using hair relaxers often had a more than 50% increased risk of uterine cancer. In addition to phthalates and parabens, various studies have indicated carcinogens like formaldehyde and heavy metals may be present in chemical hair relaxers. According to the FDA, while not all products include formaldehyde, many do include components that once heated can release it. In motions to dismiss the Georgia lawsuits, the companies argue plaintiffs failed to show how inadequate warnings caused their injuries and failed to directly link any of the product's ingredients to uterine fibroids and cancer risk. They also argue some plaintiffs didn't specify which ingredients were defective nor how they caused harm.
There's no big alarm going about it within the salon space.
April Story is among some stylists moving towards alternatives.
Do you ever have people come in to the salon asking to see the labels or ingredients?
No.
Or do people generally just put their trust in what you're giving them?
Generally, they just put their trust into what I'm giving them. And if I'm being frank, our culture we don't really ask questions about the ingredients in the products, and I want to encourage us to do that.
As the truth unfolds, so does the fight for answers, justice, and embracing beauty without the damage.
I feel like they're responsible and that they should compensate. I think it would send a message to the corporations.